Hey, you guys, it is I. You guys, do me a favor. Go over to my other channel, The World is Waiting Tarot, and subscribe to that channel. I am trying to get 1,000 subscribers. Do me that favor. Also, remember this. Your energy that you put out in the world is the energy that you receive back. If you don't want to receive hate, if you don't want to receive, negativity, don't give it out. I say that because we overthink when we get these wrong energies. And, with the 8 of Swords being in reverse, it just lets you know that somebody's hidden personalities and their inhibitions and the lack of space that, I don't know, I guess I want to say the lack of love transpires onto you. So don't return that back. Keep it moving. Say fuck them and keep it moving. That's just how I see it. I'm sorry for the people who don't get that message, but the unsure energy comes out when you're trying to figure out why somebody is so hateful and why somebody is so, why somebody is so just messed up when you trying to do nothing but love them. People run from the things that they don't understand. And Cancer, sometimes people don't understand you. Some people don't understand you for being who you are. Some people don't understand you for getting up every day and smiling when you want to cry, and so I think that's just the energy that comes out. When you start to overthink that energy, these people can make you go from 0 to 100 real quick. But that's when you have to go into hermit mode. Look, the 6 of Swords energy tried to come out. That's when you have to go into hermit mode and understand what your true passions are. Don't doubt yourself because of what somebody else is doing. Don't lose your joy and happiness and having new beginnings because somebody, is hurt and somebody wants to take you out of your element. And now not only did the 6 of Swords try to come out, the 8 of Cups try to come out. Walk away from that, and it's like, I look at everything and I know you guys are questioning and why and how. Sometimes it's not for you to know why and how somebody is the way that they are. Sometimes it's some things that you just cannot heal. It's some things you just cannot heal when it comes to a person. That comes with them having to learn that why is everybody removing me from their energy? I don't know why that came out this way because I'm just sitting here. Yeah, your belief system has to change. And sometimes you have to end the things in order to have your peace, happiness, and harmonious energy. And then it takes for you to have to stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself, always speak your mind and not take shit from anybody. And always know what your priorities mean to you. Juggling priorities, juggling people's energy. Sometimes your belief system has to change. Don't wish karma on nobody. Don't say, oh, the karma is coming to them. No, because you send karma out, that shit will come back and haunt you. For real. And I don't know why I said this and why it came out, but this is the way it is. But your belief system has to change. And you got to stop overthinking and taking yourself out of this element to try to help somebody understand that when we always say, and like I say, Cancer card should be hermit card because we go into hermit mode when we start to feel like something is puzzling us, when we have to change our belief system. And we know it takes a lot out of us to have to walk away from people because they're taken away from our beginnings. And we don't see that until we change our belief system. We don't see what we let somebody do and how we let somebody affect us energetically, spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And the emotional thing is a big part. The physical part, okay, fine. And the time that we spend worrying about how somebody else feels about us becomes toxic to ourselves. And that's why JDS said with the Queen of Pentacles, she can be toxic to herself. And I repeat that over and over again because I realize that the only people that the only burdens that I come across in my daily life is dealing with people's energies, dealing with people and their stuff. But I never wish them any harm or any karma. Whatever happens, And I wish the best for them. So I send them energy. I learned that. You have to send them good energy, no matter how they make you feel. If somebody is taking you out of your element, just know that this unsure energy that you feel is because this person is hurt and this person needs some type of healing, but you cannot heal them. So we spend years and years and years and years and years trying to repair and fix and mend and try to make things seem so much, feel so much better for this person when we're hurting ourselves. We get into hermit mode because we hold on to the memories, Six of Cups energy. We hold on to these memories, in which these memories cause us doubt, lack, and we've been patient about it. We've been patient about it. We keep getting, we take on everybody's burden. See, if y'all wouldn't see me shuffle these cards, y'all wouldn't see how they come out. And so it's just like, it hurts me to see hurt people, but it hurts me to feel that my cancers are going through this. And I'm not saying that we're perfect. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you look at the way you see things and the way your belief system is, then you'll start to change the way you do things. You'll start to see things in a different light and realize sometimes it's okay to remove your energy. That's why the Six of Cups and the Eight of Swords came out. Not an Eight of Swords, I'm sorry. The Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, sorry. Walking away for your benefit. Carrying people's burdens. Not wanting to start over because you're scared, you're afraid. Or you're afraid of what somebody will have to say. That's why we go into hermit mode. That's why we follow the moon. And I always tell you guys, one thing you can count on is the sun and the moon and the stars and yourself. Because when all else is said and done, those are the only things that will be there until you're not here. So you can spend a lot of times holding on to people's burdens and carrying people's burdens. These aren't your burdens, because if these were your burdens, they would be on your back. This is you trying to find peace out of a situation because you keep overthinking, but it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with everybody else. So you got to change your belief system. Look, come on, you guys. You got to change your belief system. Cancer. It says, be someone who makes everyone feel important. Look them through their eyes and make them feel understood. Cancer, we're always looking at somebody else's burdens. We're always holding on to memories. We're always being patient. We never start over. We always hesitate when it's time for us to start over. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles is happiness, joy, and new beginnings. In the reverse, this how it should have came out, was missed opportunities, financial problems, and bad investments. Because if we look down at everything that we go through, overthinking about how somebody feels, holding on to the memories that somebody else we had in the beginning with somebody, or why we feel like we should be there for a person, being patient with the person because you know that they have burdens. These are you carrying their burdens and missing opportunities. That's why this came out like this. Well, it came out sideways, because either this will be a new beginning, joy and happiness for yourself, or it will be missed opportunities, financial problems, and bad investments for yourself. You invest your energy into other people because you haven't changed your belief system. But when you get to that point to where you start to see your belief system is changing and how you do things, you have to realize that you are pure when it comes to how you deal with things and how you deal with people and how long you deal with people. Until you get into that toxic energy for yourself, Queen of Pentacles energy, being toxic for so long, and then you blow up. You blow up like, and your ashes, that's why I say the phoenix. Our empathic energy and us being phoenixes, we're going to rise from everything. We can start over so many times, but it takes a lot out of our energy, and a lot of it is fear and what somebody feels about us, because we give our all and people know that. So I don't know if this is a message that you need to heal, but in order for you to be victorious, in order for you to have success and to have good news come your way, you got to change the way you see things. Unsure energy came back out. I told you guys, it came back out because you hesitate on walking away from somebody, a person, place, thing, or a situation. You overthink it for so long. And by the time comes, it's 8 years when you decide to start working on yourself. Eight of Pentacles energy, Yeah. See, the Page of Swords energy is, you understanding that you have to have clarity on why you are so stagnant. That's why I say my affirmation. I now let go of worn out conditions. These are worn out conditions that you're looking at. You always are somebody who makes everyone feel important. Look them through their eyes and make them feel understood. But you're always looking down, not looking down like these people are beneath you. You're looking down because you see exactly the energy that you're going through. You know that you're taking on everybody's burdens. And so when you decide to walk away and go into hermit mode, it's because you have your head held down, but because you don't want to do it. But at some point, you're keeping yourself stagnant. You're missing all these opportunities of success, great rewards, and having good news and being victorious until you realize that you have to change your belief system. Look at this, walking away and ending things. Until you realize that you got to change your belief system. Change the way you see things. Change the way you do things. And I think that's why we're here. I know that's why we're here. Our empathic nature, or us having empathy when it comes to everything. The Queen of Cups is somebody who sacrifices, who's patient, right? Who takes on burdens, who has empathy towards everybody in every situation, until we feel like our kindness is being taken for weakness, because we're far from weak. We're far from weak. I don't know who needed to hear this, but you got to change your belief system and know who you really are. You got to. That's why we are able to go into hermit mode and come out like the phoenix, rising from the ashes, because we take on more burdens. I feel like with this card, this is you taking on somebody else's burdens. All 10 of your family members, if we want to say it that way. All 10 of the people that are close to you. Because if it's not family, we consider them family. But look around at the 10 people that's around you. You know how they say the 5 people that you're around are the people that you're most likely that energy you're gonna absorb and you're gonna be like? Take a look at the 10 people whose burdens you've been holding on. And if it's not 10 people, this is one person who has 10 burdens that you keep holding on and carrying on to, because you feel like there's some type of lack, there's some type of doubt, and there's some type of situation that this person cannot move on, and you know that your energy will help heal them. But you cannot do that. While you're healing them, you're killing yourself. You're hurting yourself. I don't want to say killing yourself. You're hurting yourself. Mentally, physically, financially, missed opportunities. That's why that is. Mentally, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, missed opportunities, financial problems, bad investments. You're making bad investments. The King, the King of Pentacles energy, there's no reward without risk. Create opportunities. Don't be afraid to fail. You're not afraid to fail or to carry somebody's burdens, but investing your time wisely is something that you do all wrong, not wisely. Sometimes you make bad investments because you don't invest your time wisely. Because by the time you turn around, this is more than 1 year. This becomes several years until you get the point to where you just have no choice. The universe is saying, Cancer, go into hermit mode. Go into hermit mode. Understand your worth. Understand. We're going to pull from the Who's Oracle to see who you've been dealing with. 5, somebody who's impatient. Somebody who makes you feel restless. Rushes to decisions and always looking for changes. We don't like to change a lot, and that's why it takes so long for us to leave. 8 of, this is not 8 of anything, but this is Saturn, powerful, wise, excellent in business or political areas, good provider. Well, are they a good provider? Are they? This is the 8 of Pentacles type energy. You know, and so that's just kind of how I see it. This is probably like, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, this person, because they are good in business and in political areas, they're smart, and you feel like maybe they could possibly be a good provider in your community. This could be community efforts. It came in the reverse, but I don't necessarily think. Could be an Aquarius. You know, this could be a person that feels like they're good in the community, this Aquarius type energy or air energy, however you want to take it, but they're good in the community and they're good in business. They're good in political areas. They could be a good provider, but for some reason, they're very impatient. They rush to decisions. They're always looking for changes, and they make you feel restless. They keep you on edge. And so you look at the potential, you bohemian soul. You look at the potential of this person, you know. I can give them my energy. I can do this, and it's just more hurt for you. It's just more hurt when you're dealing with this person. It's just more hurt down the line. You know, it's just more hurt because it takes you years. 8 of Pentacles, 8 years. I feel like this is the 8 of Pentacles energy, working in business, working on yourself, learning, working hard in beginnings. You know, this person is good at everything when it comes to the community. People look at them in their community as the end all be all. Unconventional, quirky, intellectual, free-spirited, unique, rebellious and friendly, but can get detached and aloof as well. That's the energy that you deal with, is detachment. And you are like a gypsy soul, a bohemian child who is a wander bug that follows energies, you know, that follows energy. Yeah. And wants unity and wants people to transcend, wants you to grow. That's your energy. You want to grow. You want to be able to grow with this person, and you see the potential for this because they're good providers for people in their community. But are they that way in love? And you're holding on to it because you feel like there is. But this person is a very distant person, or they retreat and take times out, or you did. But they have ego issues, pride, vanity, you know, ego issues. This is for somebody that's dealing with somebody like that, you know. I think if the cards don't want to come out no more. All right, there it is. So yeah, this person is detached and cold. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But you feel fragmented. You feel lost. You feel like you're being rejected. And all you do is give good energy. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be an Aquarius. You know, and it's just like you can only do so much with a detached person, that egotistical person who feels like they have all the answers. And the people in the community, they keep this image in the community or in their surroundings because they could do stuff for people or have a name in the community. But they get detached. It says this right here. Detached and aloof as well. Detached and aloof as well. Let me look up aloof to tell you exactly what aloof is. I'm not going to act like I know everything because I don't, you know. Never stop learning, because if you think you know everything, you know nothing at all. Aloof, not friendly or forthcoming, cool and distant. They were courteous but faintly aloof. Cool and distant. So everybody thinks that they're cool, but you know in a relationship they're not. You know that they're distant. You know, conspicuously uninvolved and uninterested, typically through distaste. He stayed aloof from the bickering. So he stays away. It's good. That's where it goes with the restless and being impatient, rushing to decisions, always looking for change. This person is always, they don't stay. They're distant from people. Their ego and pride, they're detached and they're cold. But makes you feel fragmented. And you're this loving spirit who takes time to try to change somebody's belief system. But the universe is telling you to change your belief system. Conflict. Because there's always conflict when it comes to this person. I don't know. It's hurtful because when you know your energy and you know that you do right by everybody, you know that it hurts even more when it comes from somebody who you're trying to carry their burdens. Because let's just talk about everything that we see. You see that this person is very restless, very impatient, rushed to make decisions, and always looking for change. That's five burdens, right? You see that they have ego and pride issues. That's 7 burdens. You see that they're detached and cold. You know, that's 9 burdens. The distance, that's 10 burdens. You're trying to pull this person in to transcend, and you feel fragmented. So you're holding on to this person's burdens because you want them. You see the potential in them. You know, you see that they're intellectual. They're quirky. They have quirky moments. Unconventional, quirky, intellectual, free-spirited, like you in so many ways. You know, unique, rebellious. You know, you're rebellious. Very friendly. You're very friendly. But they can get detached and aloof as well. Aloof again. Not friendly or forthcoming. Cool and distant. You're that way too. You're that way too when you get into hermit mode. When people pull this out of you. And then you sit there and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my time with this person, whether it be an Aquarius, Capricorn, or Earth energy. I'm going to take my time with this person because I'm conflicted. Multiple choices, inconsistency, and decisions. I don't know how I want to move because it's conflicted twice, right? I don't know. Intimacy, closeness, sexuality, and seclusion. So even though this person secludes itself, the intimacy is closeness when you guys are there. The sexuality is great, but the seclusion is what makes you feel fragmented. Solitaire, withdrawn, lonesome, and single. This is this person's mentality, to be single. Illusions, clouded judgment, unbalanced, and skewed. You know that. Look at all the burdens you're taking on. Look at all the burdens you're taking on when it comes to this just one energy. If this person has all of these different burdens, no, I'm going to pull from this deck. If this person has all of these different burdens, 10 different burdens, all of these things, you're trying to transcend them and trying to fix them. Transcendence or unity. Become as one with this person. Because you see that somewhere down the line, I used to say years ago, I have this guy. I met him when I was like 16. And I met him when I was 16. And we became business partners. That was like, which I'll call him my boo. And when we got older, he with 16, we had flings or whatever. And then I'm telling y'all my business, but I'm just telling you just to let you know what I'm trying to get out of this. So we had business when we got older, and I always loved him. Very beautiful, church, Bible study, all of these things that I never did. Like we had to do it. We was forced, but he did it as a teenager, and that's something that was instilled in him, and he did that, right? And when I got older, I had my son, my oldest son I was 21, or whatever, and so he never had kids. He still don't have kids right now, and so I had my son, and I ran back into him after the fact of that, but we were in the same business together. We were in real estate together, and just beautiful. They thought we was like the Beyonce and Jay-Z of everything. But in my mind, I would always say when in 10 to 15 more years, we could probably be married, because very good, a Taurus energy, very good in all business aspects, emotionally speaking, but was a ladies' man. Trust your intuition. But sometimes you got to let them go. Clueless. Honestly, I don't even know what I did wrong. Maybe you'll tell me. That's how they feel when you go into hermit mode. But I say that to say to you, potential will never go anywhere if a person isn't ready to go there with you. You get what I'm saying? So all of the years, and let me tell you, I had, because we had a business relationship, and before we had something, and we probably had other stuff, we had more of an understanding in life, because I was still in my prime and he was too, but we were good business partners. We did business together, real business, not just business. We did good business together. So when it was time for me to go my way in a relationship, people were intimidated by him because he was beautiful. But we had an understanding and know that that was what it is. So I just say that, like, potential will always have you holding on. I didn't hold on. I didn't hold on. And now I'm of a particular age. He don't have kids. I'm not having no kids. But we could still mix and match right now. But then I would have to tell you to have an entanglement, because I'm not having, I got my grandbaby. I got my boys. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going to say I wouldn't do it, but I wouldn't do it. You get what I mean? So that's what I mean by that. By the time you get to the point to where you wait for this person to calm down, life goes on. You know, life goes on. So you're waiting on this person to change because you see the potential in this person. This is the detachment that they got to get rid of. They got to want this, what you want. And it hurts you so much. I get it. I wasn't hurt because I never really, you know, after you see some, I grew up with boys. So maybe that was my experience of, you know, meeting boys, meeting my cousins and my, you know, I had big brothers, you know, like, you know, cousins who I felt like were my big brothers. And I saw the way girls waited for them and acted crazy. And then they would be willing to sit around and in front of the ex-girlfriend. I'm not doing that shit. You know what I mean? And so that's where I probably got that harsh edge. Plus I got all of these different placements in my chart. You know, like Gemini. I got Gemini in my chart. I got Cancer. I'm Libra moon, Cancer sun, Libra moon, Mercury and Gemini, Taurus, Venus and Mars, you know, Jupiter and Gemini, Saturn and Leo. You know, I got Scorpio, Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini. You know, I think I'm missing one. Leo, Virgo. You know, that's what this is right here. If you could see, you can't see it over here. I look at my chart daily and be like, damn, I'm fucked up, you know? Because I feel so many different energies. But maybe that's why you guys can hear me and relate to me. I understand, first of all, I'm a woman who's been through emotional issues, but I'm pretty tough when it comes to how I deal with them. I've dealt with a lot. So I say this to you, it hurts my heart to see somebody come out of their character and wish bad on somebody when just leave them alone. Wish them the best and keep moving. Because it hurts you. Every time you say, no, I'm not, you're lying because you still are hurting. It's okay. Hurt people. But when you as a Cancer can learn to understand what your gifts are, then you'll understand how to treat everybody accordingly. And to, you know, sometimes you just got to understand a person for who they are and say, you know what, maybe in 15 years, but right now, even though I don't want to lose you to anyone else, let them motherfuckers have you. Man or woman, however you want to take it. And I guess that's where it came out, because I used to hear tarot and, you know, I used to be like, damn, how do they feel my energy? They feel your energy because they see what the cards say. And they've been there. High Priestess energy, something that can only be understood through experience. Let's pull from the messages of the heart. I'm sorry for the long rant, but I watched something the other day and it kind of sat with me wrong. I watched some girl go out of character because a guy, I had to tell her, get up out of here, you know, like, and I don't even know the person, you know, like, you making yourself look crazy, brewing up. Be ready to expect the unexpected, because something is brewing and it's gaining momentum. Hopefully it's you brewing something in order to learn to let them go and to trust in your inner intuition. That's the thing. When you get into this energy, you don't trust in yourself because you keep relinquishing your power to other people. You keep relinquishing your power. All of those burdens that you're holding on to in the front of you, you're relinquishing your power to someone else. And they know that at some point, I'm not going to have to do it because Cancer is. Look at how all these cards, I pull it out so you could keep remembering what you're doing. Innocence. Your innocence and kind heart makes them love you, but they feel they must push you away to protect you from themselves. These people know what they're doing, but the universe is telling you to trust in your intuition. Listen, always remember this. The gods favor you. Now is the time. Your prayers have been heard. You will succeed and be vindicated. But what is your vindication? Nothing. Don't wish nothing bad on anybody. You know, send them on. Send them on. And now that we're saying that, and I'm going to tell you why, and I had to learn this. Let me pull my book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. You know, because, again, when you learn what real love is, you'll send it out the right way. And hopefully that it comes back to you healed. But by the time it comes back to you, you're not even going to want it. And if you do, it'll come back to you the right way. Let me see. Okay, here it is. This is love. This chapter 7, love, the game of life and how to play it. The audio book, the audio is in the link in my description. It's chapter 7. This is the love. This is love. Hold on, something just happened here. This is love here. So let me see. It says, Love is God in manifestation, and its strongest magnetic force is force in the universe. Pure, unselfish love draws itself to its own. It does not need to seek or demand. Scarcely anyone has the faintest conception of real love. Man is selfish. Man is selfish, tyrannical of fearful in his affections, thereby losing the thing he loves. Jealousy is the worst enemy of love, for the imagination runs riot, seeing the loved one attracted to another, and invariable these fears objectify if they are not neutralized. For example, a woman came to me in deep distress. The man she loved had left her for another woman and said he never intended to marry her. She was torn with jealousy and resentment and said she hoped he would suffer as he had made her suffer, and added, How could he leave me when I loved him so much? I replied, You are not loving that man, you are hating him. And added, You can never receive what you have never given. Give a perfect love and you will receive a perfect love. Perfect yourself on this man. Give him perfect, unselfish love, demanding nothing in return. Do not criticize or condemn, and bless him wherever he is. She replied, No, I won't bless him unless I know where he is. Well, I said, that is not real love. When you send out real love will return to you either from this man or his equivalent. For if this man is not the divine selection, you will not want him. As you are one with God, you are one with the love which belongs to you by divine right. Several months had passed and matters remained about the same, but she was working consciously with herself. I said, when you are no longer disturbed by his cruelty, he will cease to be cruel, and you are attracting it through your own emotions. Then I told her of a brotherhood in India who never said good morning to each other. They used these words, I salute the divinity in you. They saluted the divinity in every man and in the wild animals in the jungle, and they were never harmed, for they saw only God in everything, every living thing. I said, salute the divinity in this man, and say, I see you divinely. I see your divinely self only. I see you as God sees you, perfect, made in his image and likeness. She found she was becoming more poised and gradually losing her resentment. He was a captain, and she always called him the Cap. One day, she said, suddenly, God bless the Cap wherever he is. I replied, now that is real love. And when you have become a complete circle and no longer disturbed by the situation, you will have his love or attract its equivalent. I was moving at the time and did not have a telephone. And did not have a telephone. This was created or made in 1929. That's why 1925. Can you see it? 1925. Florence Scovel Shinn. So that's how long the manifestation and the power of your word has been existing, right? So she said, I was moving at the time and did not have a telephone, so was out of touch with her for a few weeks. When one morning I received a letter saying we are married. At the earliest opportunity, I paid her a call. My first words were, what happened? Oh, she exclaimed, a miracle. One day I woke up and all suffering had ceased. I saw him that evening and he asked me to marry him. We were married in about a week, and I have never seen a more devoted man. There is an old saying, listen to me, y'all always hear me say this, no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, every man is your teacher. So one should become impersonal and learn what each man has to teach him, and soon he will learn his lessons and be free. The woman's lover was teaching her selfless love, which every man sooner or later must learn. Suffering is not necessary for man's development. It is the result of violation of spiritual law. It is the result of violation of spiritual law. But few people seem able to rouse themselves from their soul sleep without it. When people are happy, they usually become selfish, and automatically the law of karma is set in action. Man often suffers loss through lack of appreciation. I knew a woman who had a very nice husband, but she said often, I don't care anything about being married, but That is nothing against my husband. I simply am not interested in married life. She had other interests and scarcely remembered she had a husband. She only thought of him when she saw him. One day her husband told her he was in love with another woman and left. She came to me in distress and resentment. I replied, it is exactly what you spoke the word for. You said you didn't care about being married. So the subconscious worked to get you unmarried. So she said, oh yes, I see. People get what they want and they feel very much hurt. She soon became in perfect harmony with the situation and knew they were both much happier apart. When a woman becomes indifferent or critical and ceases to be an inspiration to her husband, she misses the stimulus of their early relationship and restless and is restless and unhappy. A man came to me dejected, miserable, and poor. His wife was interested in the science of numbers and had him read. It seemed the report was not very favorable. For he said, my wife says I'll never amount to anything because I am two. I replied, I don't care what the number is. You are a perfect idea in divine mind, and we will demand the success of prosperity and prosperity which are already planned for you by the infinite intelligence. Within a few weeks, he had a very fine position, and a year or two later, he achieved a brilliant success as a writer. No man is a success in business unless he loves his work. The picture the artist paints for love of his art is his greatest work. The pot boiler is always something to live down. No man can attract money if he despises it. Many people are kept in poverty by saying, money means nothing to me, and I have a contempt for people who have it. This is the reason so many artists are poor. Their contempt for money separates them from it. I remember hearing one artist say to another, he is no good as an artist. He has money if he has money in the bank. This attitude or mind of course separates man from his supply. He must be in harmony with the thing in order to attract it. Money is God in manifestation. Sorry, my nose itch. Sorry. As freedom from what want and limitation, but it must be always kept in circulation and put to right uses. Hoarding and saving reacts with grim vengeance. This does not mean that man should have houses and lots of stocks and bonds, for the barns and the righteousness of a righteousness man shall be full. It means man should not hoard even the principal. If an occasion arises when money is necessary, in letting it go out fearlessly and cheerfully, he opens the way for more to come in, for God is man unfailing and exhaustible supply. So I say that to you. I had to learn this, and I got this book when my oldest son was like 3 or something. But I say this to say to you that always remember that you are favored by the gods, but always remember your burdens that you take on, the burdens that you continue to take on, keeps you stagnant. The regret, the resentment that you have for a person who has hurt you is not what you're supposed to have. Remember, no man is your enemy, no man is your friend, and every man is your teacher. So when you learn to trust in your belief system and learn to trust in yourself and know that you are favored by God and not by this energy, then you will change your thinking. And I guess that's why this came out. Because you need to learn how to change your thinking and change how you feel, because you have to trust in your intuition and trust that this situation was here to teach you a lesson. You have to take on your own burdens and see things for the beauty that they are. You know, this person, you've spent time with them, you're hurt over them, but just know you always, at the process of looking at this energy, are looking down at somebody going through something in which you want to try to fix. Does that make sense? And this person is always clueless on why you were brought into their lives, and you take on this hurt instead of taking it and relinquishing it and giving it to somebody else, your energy to someone else. We feel good when we're helping people. We feel good when we see people growth, but we don't feel good when we're conflicted and we see somebody who is clueless of what they are here to do and teach. And that is what you're losing in regards to being stagnant, is your ability to help somebody else get through a time or a situation. And sometimes your family has so many burdens that they neglect you on the ability of you helping them heal or see things in a different light. They neglect that because you neglect yourself, because you're not putting your full potential out there for someone else, because you're so busy attaching to people that's detached and that won't get why you were put into their lives, if that makes sense. So again, when people realize what you brought to the table, and when you let them go without the resentment, then they'll come back. Hopefully they'll come back healed, or you'll receive their equivalent, or you'll receive another lesson that you're going to learn. So that's why those years keep going on, because you haven't learned this lesson of what this person was here to teach you. And that's you standing up for yourself, because no matter what the situation is, when it comes to this person, they're always going to be egotistical and always seeing good in the community. But when you actually trust in yourself, you know that you're good in the community, and that you're going to bring more than just yourself and your looks to the community. You're going to bring your intuition. You're going to bring all of the situations and everything that somebody needs to the table. You're going to do that at home and also in public. So that's what you need to learn, is your true power. Your bohemian light that you bring to this table is means wonders to people who accept it. So that's why when you're walking in the store and somebody says, you know what, I just had to say something to you, those are those spirit guides and your angels telling you that you are more than what you feel right now. Those are what I call guardian angels that come to teach you a lesson. And maybe that's why I'm here, and that's why you could resonate with me. Now, just to let you know, I hope this wasn't a lot for you. I love you guys, and we're going to go ahead and say my affirmation. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, bad health, heartbreak, and addictions. And remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or situation. Now, out of all of the things that I've learned from this book, I got those affirmations and I put them together, because those are the things that keep me stagnant. Those are the things that keep me procrastinating. Those are the things that keep me in a negative space. Those are the things that keep me doubting myself. Those are the things that make me hate other people. Those are the things that keep me in lack. Those are the things that keep the bad energy coming back around. Those are the things that you feel like is generational curses, but you were sent here to help people fix it. Those are the things that keep you in debt. And those are the things that keep you in addiction type energies, codependent energies, and bad health. You will be sick helping somebody else if you cannot help yourself. That's why the pilot always says to you, always put on your oxygen mask first, and then turn around and help somebody else. You were sent here to help people, and you were sent here to learn a lesson, and basically to keep teaching the lesson to somebody else. And it is a lonely journey. It is a hurtful journey. But as you learn and you change your belief system and realize why you were put here, it was a fragmented energy. But you are here to not be just fragmented, but to teach all of those pieces, to give those to the people that need your help. I love you guys.